I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat, the BBM. It's a crazy pepper. Troy Primo is a friend of mine. He is a legend. Most of you know who he is. If you're in the know, you know Troy Primo is a legend. And he's the creator of the 7-Pot Primo, one of the hottest peppers in the world. He's the creator of the Louisiana Creeper, it's the hottest pepper I've ever eaten. There's a few that are equal, the same heat, but it's the hottest pepper I've ever eaten. So he's just created some amazing things. So I'm sporting the Primo's Pepper shirt today. But I've got the BBM. This is a monster. I've yet to weigh this thing. I'm going to weigh it in just a minute. But look at the beefiness of this pepper. Now this was grown by the mighty Mustache. Hang on one sec. He's grown some amazing peppers. That's one of them. Here's an amazing 7-Pot white scorpion. Just a beautiful monster pepper. There are some others in here that are very neat. A couple bubblegums that I'm always fascinated by. Here's something interesting. Here's some normal primatalis. These are how big you would typically see primatalis. There. We're talking a huge difference. Like literally side by side. These are the longest. I'm wearing the wrong shirt to do this, I'm sorry. I've never seen primatalis this big. It's just a look at that. Looks like a claw of something. Monster peppers. So thank you, Mighty Mustache. I had the opportunity to work with him on a really great project. You're gonna see it soon. So be looking for that. But this is a BBM. It is a Naga Morich. All right, this is how Troy created it. He took a Naga Morich, all right, and then he crossed it with a 7-Pot Douglas, and that's what he did. All right, so the weight on this thing, I bet it's going to be 16 grams. This is a heavy pepper. And I want you to know something. This is a beautiful enough pepper that when I cut it open, I'm going to take a few pictures for Instagram, so it's going to occupy a second or two. Sorry. Here we go. 16 grams. It's a heavy pepper. It's beefy. I can't wait to see the inside of this thing. Just look how bumpy and gnarly the exterior is. Look at that. Just super bumpy and just incredible pepper. It's a beast of a pod. All right. Knife had to do some work. Wow. A few dark seeds I'm going to remove. I'm going to show you them first. Look at that. If you look right there in the top, you're going to see some darker seeds. I'm going to remove those because I don't want to eat dark seeds. But what a gorgeous pepper. Huge placenta. The spongy part down here, the kind of peach colored, with white in it, the very, very base, that is the placenta. That's where the heat lives. There's no heat in seeds. You know, it's amazing how widespread that myth is. I debunked that right here on the channel. You can check it out. I ate 20 of the hottest peppers, the seeds from the hottest pepper in the world. What I believe is one of the hottest. It's kind of tied with the creeper and the Louisiana creeper and the chocolate primatali is tied with the. Wow. So there it is. I took out the seeds in the very top, left the placenta, obviously. So Anyway, Troy's got the hang of this pepper growing stuff. You know, between the Louisiana Creeper, the 7-pot Primo, he knows what he's doing. This is a mouthful of pepper. It's going to be very hot. Thumbnail? What do you think? I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Earthy and smoky right away. It's a lot of pepper. Way more floral than I typically like. All right, I probably couldn't have even swallowed that pepper 5 years ago. Very floral. Some bitterness in there. I wish it was a little bit more bitter. It would have offset the floral and bitter. I love that together. Throat burn. Avoiding my mouth completely. It's just getting my throat. Wicked hot pepper. What makes that pepper really difficult to consume like that, like I just did, is the sheer size of it. Good example. Let me show you an example. Let me see here. Okay, here's a dragon's breath, okay? All right, this dragon's breath weighs 6 grams. All right, what was the other one? 16. So it's more than twice the size. And the reason that's significant, let's say you had 2 of these, it still wouldn't equal what the BBM was that I just ate. 2 of these are going to feel a lot hotter than 1 just because there's more pepper. So the fact that that pepper is so big makes it challenging. I'm here to show you a few more really, really good ones. The heat's still building in my throat. A non-chili head would have quit talking a good while ago. In fact, you know what? Most chili heads would have quit talking a long time ago. My superpower, I've said this before, but my superpower isn't eating pods so much as it is being able to talk and not lose my composure when I'm in pain. Because I'm in pain right now. It hurts, but I like it. Let me show you some beautiful bubble gums. Such a beautiful, beautiful. Look at these peppers right here. They're all bubble gums, and what makes them special, if you know the pepper, this is a 7-pot Slimer bubble gum. If you look at the base of the stem, there's something called a calyx, which is like a collar that wraps around the stem. And the color of the pepper, that calyx and the base of the stem turns the color of the pepper. So here you have a kind of a caramel color. Look at the color around it. It's turning caramel, and so is the stem. Now if you look at this, this one's kind of a hard one to see. You can't see the stem on this one because the tape covers it, but you can see the collar, very red, completely taking on the color of the pepper, right? Here's a chocolate one. You can see the chocolate around the base of the stem on the calyx. And this one you can see some of the color in the stem a little bit. But this is the dramatic one. Check this out. Look at how painted this calyx look and the stem. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? How the stem is completely yellow and the calyx looks like you spray paint. It doesn't even look, it looks like you photoshopped this. Like when they first came out, if you put these pictures up, people would say, you photoshopped it. I mean, especially if you look at them like this. if you just kind of look at them like that and realize what's going on with the stems right there, tell me that's not the coolest picture. There's your thumbnail. Only I didn't just eat a bubble gum. Pretty cool picture though. All right, so there's some other good ones in here. I'm really impressed with these, oops. Ooh. Here's an interesting one he shared with me. This is one, obviously I don't, this one is one I'll make sure that the thing never leaves the camera. I'll put the camera back a little bit so you can see me cut it. This is a very exciting pepper. This is a Primo that's been crossed with a BBM. So this has some scary potential. But these are, Primo are big. These look like a claw, right? But I'll keep my hand right there, but if you look at the size of these in comparison, these are much bigger. These are huge peppers. The weight probably isn't much different. In fact, the shorter, stubby ones may be a little heavier, but these are so cool looking. So these are all from the Mighty Mustache. So thank you, Mighty Mustache. Please check him out. The link for his Instagram is in the description box and his YouTube. Please check out the Mighty Mustache. He's a great guy. In the description box, you will see him and all the other normal stuff. Right here is the pepper. If you click the pepper, you're riding with me. We are. If you don't want to miss a video, don't. Click the bell for notification. You'll see a drop box happen. Select all. But just visit us a lot so you don't miss anything. The lifeboat right there, my brother Tommy's channel about beating and addiction. It's very cool. You don't need to live with it. And you don't need to suffer in silence. Please check out his channel if you or somebody you know has a problem. It can help. More videos here. Oh, I didn't tell you my heat. A non-chili head would be just freaking out. A chili head, someone who really likes hot stuff, this is an 8 to a 10. This is like a 3 or 4 for me right now. This is pretty hot pepper. Probably a 3. But screaming hot. Thank you, Mighty Mustache. Thank you, Troy Primo. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys a lot. Like I said, more videos here. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.